Hey, what's up, guys? Just rolling out of Lexington, late January, heading to Florida to fish the KBF 10 Invitational, and I'm also going to be fishing in the 10. So about, I don't know, $15,000 on the line if you can somehow win both of them. So that's going to be the name of the game this week. Pretty serious fishing to start the year off, so we're starting it off right. Should be a good time. Looks like we got a little wreck over here. Ooh, dang. Alright, don't need that to be us. Before we get into all the 10 Invitational activities and whatnot, I'm actually going to meet my dad down in Frostproof, Florida, and we're going to do some fishing for about, I don't know, 3-4 days. Fish some little lakes down there, Reedy, Crooked, Arbuckle maybe. Just see what's going on. See if we can get some big bass in the boat, and really just kick back and have a good time. You know, I haven't really got a chance to spend a whole lot of time with my dad on the water as much as I would like to, and as much as I need to. So this is a very welcome trip to head down to Florida, you know, late January, and get on the water with him, and then turn around and go hit Benville and get serious and start fishing for real. So gonna be a good trip, a little bit of fun, a little bit of business. So come on, let's go. Hey, what's up? Thank you for stopping by my channel, and thank you for watching. I'm just going to kind of give you a breakdown of the 10, the 10 tournament down in Florida. What an awesome event, great time. Really appreciate the guys at DEEZEE, Meyer Distributing, KBF for putting the whole thing on. It's really an incredible experience, and it's something you should strive for. You know, to be in the top 10 with KBF, with the number of anglers that are in KBF, it is an accomplishment to finish in the top 10. So really just an incredible event. But I'm just going to break down my tournament for you, let you know. I'm going to tell you what I caught my fish on, tell you what the fish were doing. So let's get into it. It's winter. Those fish down there are pre-spawn. They're not ready to spawn yet. We encountered a cold front, which, you know, of course we did. It always happens. But, you know, Florida strain bass can be really finicky during a cold front. So it was a cold front, and the fishing for me was pretty tough. I did well, but you know, I still had a tough go of it. So what I was able to find was that some of the smaller males were up on the banks, but not really in great numbers. What I was able to find was a couple little depressions that were down about 8 to 10 feet, and they had hydrilla. Hydrilla was the key. In the wintertime, hydrilla acts like an insulating blanket, and so those bass will just dip and dive right down and nestle into that hydrilla. And what I was doing, I was actually throwing a Megabass jerkbait, and what I was trying to do is I was trying to get the depth just right to where that jerkbait was coming along just above the grass line, with the intentions of coaxing some of those bass up out of the grass to come eat that jerkbait. It was really cold water temperatures for Florida. It was mid 50s. It was mid 50s, but it was steadily warming up the entire weekend. But I caught 70 to 80% of my fish on the jerkbait, and the rest of my fish came on a wacky rig Senko. Yeah, it's just a tough bite, but I'm gonna kind of dip in here and show you guys what it was exactly I was using. You know, this is the G-Loomis IMX-PRO. It's actually a crankbait rod. It's a 7 foot with you know, a 1/2 ounce to 1 3/8 ounce bait, which is actually pretty heavy. I normally wouldn't throw a jerkbait on this heavy of a rod, but since I was in Florida, I felt like I kind of needed that extra backbone. But you always keep your treble hook baits in these Cal Coast bait sacks. I promise you, you're going to save yourself a lot of problems with treble hook baits if you'll use that bait sack. But I'm going to show you exactly what I was doing. So right here's the bait that I did all my damage on. Right there. That's the one. As you can see, you know, I like Megabass jerk baits, but look at those hooks. I don't know if you guys can see that, but those bass really do a number on these hooks. I mean, I don't know. I wish they would get. They're really sharp, but I really wish they would do something. They're just so thin that they bend really easy. But you know, it is what it is. It's a quality jerkbait. There's no question about it. It gets some awesome bites, which you're about to see here in just a second. So that was the first deal. Was the jerkbait, and that was my primary method of catching those fish. And then the other was just a wacky rig Senko. I threw it on an NRX bait caster, and I also switched it up some and threw it on an NRX spinning rod. I wasn't getting the hook sets that I felt like I should out of the bait caster. I don't know why that is, but I switched over to the spinning rod, and actually my hookups were a lot better. The hook was stuck in there. You really had to pop it out. But yeah, that was my tournament. The fish I was finding were backed off in a little bit deeper water, relating to hydrilla, and that jerkbait was really the key player. So that was pretty much it. I know some of the other guys found some deep schools on shad, and the Alabama rig was a huge player. I didn't get any of that action going for me. I tried, but I just could not locate any schools of bait. So I really found two key areas. They were just little depressions, like I said, 8 to 10 foot, full of hydrilla, and just working that jerkbait. I just kept working those spots. I'd work one spot for 30-40 minutes, and if I didn't get bit, I would rotate over to the other spot, work it for 30-40 minutes, and I really just kept going back and forth, and I'd pick up one or two here, one or two there, and it held out for a couple days for me, which was all I needed. Got third place in the tournament. I'm really happy with that. So overall, great experience, and I hope you guys enjoy some of the footage I put together for you here. Just to give you an idea of what Benville Plantation is all about. If you're not familiar with Benville Plantation, it's a resort. I mean, they've got cabins, they've got a dining room. It's a real deal resort, and it's not just fishing. You can do guided hunts, trap shooting. I don't know what all they've got going on over there, but it's a killer place. If you haven't checked it out, go look up Benville Plantation. They treated us like rock stars. I mean, it was incredible. So head over there, check that out. Make sure you show DEEZEE Truck Accessories. They sponsored the whole thing, and it was just it was a really, really good experience. But I hope you enjoy this. This is just a quick tournament recap that I'm going to do after every tournament that I fish. You're going to get a recap from me. If I do really well, you're going to know about it. And if I don't do really good, you're also going to know about that too. And we'll talk about ways that I could have done things different. You're always looking at your patterns and always trying to find ways to improve. So, you don't always get in the money. You don't always win. So there's always something to learn from every tournament, and that's what I'm going to be doing all season long. We're going to get these one-on-one breakdowns. So that's the breakdown number one: jerkbait and Senko. That was the ticket. 8 to 10 foot of hydrilla. that was my deal. So I hope you enjoy it. Hit the subscribe button, and we're going to be doing this all year long. I've got some giveaways that we're going to be pumping out. I know DZ wants to do a giveaway. I may have a Yeti cooler that we may give away. Hint, hint. And I'm trying to think. I feel like I have some other stuff. You know, Cow Coast and JB's Fish Sauce have been huge sponsors of mine. So I know I've got some goodies that I can give away for you guys for some of those products. But please hit the subscribe button if you like what I'm doing. Share it with your friends. Get it out there. Help me grow this thing. And I'm going to keep bringing you good content, or at least what I think is good content all year long. So really appreciate you watching, and hope you enjoy it. Big one, but it's number 2. Just got to keep grinding on them. We'll get there. Another 14-incher. I guess you could call that a pattern of small ones, but we can just put 5 in the boat, maybe find a bigger bite later in the afternoon. Getting 5 is huge, so we're on our way. It's number 3. A little bit bigger. Hopefully we can keep this going. Need one more fish. We'll have our limit. Let's keep grinding.